Welcome back to more Tsukihime. Last part was it was definitely my favorite part of the Arcueid route so far. Everything it led to, with them, obviously becoming very intimate at the end there. But ending with Arcueid leaving. So, I guess I'll keep going. Come to think of it, I think I saw a weird dream. A dream where I was talking to Arcueid and she kissed me at the end. I'm really out of it. For me to see such a happy dream when Arcueid is sleeping next to me might be proof I'm really happy right now, though. Don't you think so, Ark? I turn to the bed, and my voice cuts off there. Arcueid? I look at the bed in shock. There's no one there. Arcueid isn't around anywhere. I'll be going now. In my dream, Arcueid said that. Hey, wait. I look around the room. But of course she isn't anywhere. The only thing I find is a single piece of paper on the table. Oh. What? I don't know if it's some kind of a joke or it's in another language, but the paper only has the word bye written on it. Why? I don't want to believe it. But more than that, I can understand what Arcueid did. Why? You've got to be kidding me. Bye is just too simple. We even promised. We promised to be together. I told her I'd help her until the very end. Why did she go off by herself again? Why, Arcueid? I scream as loud as I can and crumple the piece of paper. After that, I fly out of the room and look all over like I've gone mad. I can't find Arcueid. I know. I already know that she won't ever appear before me again. But I still can't give up. If there's one thing I've learned from this visual novel, even in CL route and in this route, every time Shiki thinks, well, I guess I'll never see them again. Oh, we're gonna see them again. We just gotta keep going. I'll go crazy like this. I'll go crazy unless I find her and yell at her for how much of an idiot she's been, but I still can't find her. I'll never see her again. Something desperately ends. She will settle things with Roa and disappear by herself. No, I think she's already finished and left the city. I stop thinking before I go crazy. I hear the voices of cicadas in the back of my ear. Oh no. The discarded shells of cicadas. My body becomes light with nothing inside it and I cannot think anymore. So this is what it means to be truly empty. Not even tears come forth. Still an empty shell, my legs move. I guess it's just like an animal's instinctual sense to go home. Even though I have nothing left in me, I am walking towards my house. This sucks. But I'm gonna keep going. Day 11, Savage Night. Oh. Okay. I wake up to the sound of Hisui's voice. Since then, after returning to the mansion, I must have made my way to my room somehow and slept. Shiki-sama, are you not feeling well? No, I'm fine. Answering, I sit up in bed. I'm almost amazed at myself. I don't even feel like talking, but my body tries to start my day as always. Breakfast? I'll be down soon. Yes, I will be waiting. Looking as if she still wants to say something, Hisui leaves the room. I change my clothes and head to the sitting room. Akiya and Koaku are there. Morning. Giving my usual greeting, I go to the dining room. I eat breakfast and return to the sitting room. I sit on the sofa and stare at the clock. Now open this water. Nissan? You know you have school today, right? Yeah, that's right. I guess I should go to school. I forgot. I didn't feel like doing anything and I thought I would keep living like this empty shell. I do have my life as Tonoshiki. If I don't have anything to do, it won't hurt to go to school. Nissan? Akiya looks at me uneasily. Speaking is just a pain. Without saying anything, I go to school. Very depressing so far, of course. Time passes by uneventfully. I emptily attend my lessons. The sound of the chalk. I mindlessly write down what's written on the board into my notes. I look out the window into the rear courtyard. Of course there's no one there. Oh. At one point she was. What am I doing? Just calmly attending my lessons like this. Not searching for her and just returning to my normal life. But there's no way for me to search for Argui. Since she left on her own, there's probably no possibility of me finding her. That's why I've really lost Argui. Snap. A sound comes from above my desk. Ah, it's nothing. I was just gripping my mechanical pencil so hard that I snapped another one. Oh. Okay. Classes end. In the commotion of the classroom, I still remain seated. Tono, can you come here for a moment? My math teacher speaks up from the podium. Yes, what is it? I respond and walk towards him. Tono, hasn't your recent behavior been a little wild? I have received information that you have been going out late at night. Does it ring a bell? Yes. These past few days I had things to do in town at night. I see. My math teacher, well, my homeroom teacher as well, looks a bit concerned, then looks a little sorry. I know you're not the kind of student to goof off at night, but there has been concerns voiced by the faculty. It appears the head of the student council would like to speak to you. Because of that, please go to the student council room after school. Just consider yourself unlucky and bear with it. Saying goodbye, he leaves the classroom. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. After school, I stop by the student council room, but the teacher isn't there. Now that I remember, that teacher is also an advisor to the gymnastics team. He probably won't come until practice is over. I sit in my chair and wait faithfully. I bite my lip. I know this isn't the time to be doing this. I know, but there's nothing I can do. Outside the window, the sunset paints the sky vermilion. I can hear the voices of club members practicing outside and the students talking while going home. Within that, this classroom is the only quiet place. This makes me angry. Why am I here? I can't do anything. I'm angry at my powerlessness. However, I have no way to solve this myself, so in the end, all I can do is accept everything I'm told emptily. What am I doing? There's no answer. I just sit in the empty classroom listening to the sounds outside. Tick. The second hand of the clock sweeps by, telling me it's now 7 at night. Jeez! No one comes by. The school closes at 6 and all the teachers leave at 6:30, so no one else remains on the school grounds. I guess I'm forgotten. I get up from my chair. After pondering matters so long, my head starts to clear a little. I was thinking all this time about what I should do, what I should prioritize. From here I should... Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. Okay, so here's where I'm at. We don't know where Arguid is. I mean, we can look again, but we did that very desperately. I mean, we could just stumble across her in one of the places we've already checked. Maybe, but I don't know. Accept it and go back to the mansion. That's not going to happen. If this is how things are, I'll search for Roa myself. I don't... The school is Roa's lair, currently. AKA capital Shiki / Roa's lair. I'm curious. I want to see where this goes. I should find this vampire Roa. Arcueid isn't going to come see me, and it's almost impossible for me to find her. So I'll take the opposite route. Arcueid said she would defeat Roa no matter what. If her purpose is Roa, then I'll look for him too. Arcueid will come to Roa, so if I could find him before then, that'll be good. And with that option, I can help Arcueid at the last moment. Alright. My mind is set. Not a terrible idea, but I don't know how this will go. So I can't waste any more time here. I have to go into town this very minute, and even if it means looking for a needle in a haystack, I have to find this vampire. Of course, Shiki has no idea where to find him, but we're already in the school. He might pop up here anyway. So we're about to see. Naturally, the hallway is empty. The lights are shut off, and the hallway is illuminated solely by the blue moonlight streaming in from the windows. I realize as I look up in the sky from the hallway, tonight is a full moon. I lose myself for a moment gazing at it. The silver moon. Delicate beauty like glass, it feels like it will crumble if I were to reach out my hand and touch it. That moon. When I was a child, I feel like I saw it in a stupor. Yes, you did, but you don't remember. And I'm still confused about that whole intro sequence, but we'll get there. Throb. Gah! Suddenly the scar on my chest begins to ache. Here we go. Thump. My heart skips a beat. My blood starts to circulate wildly and I can't control my breathing. Throb. I place my hand on my chest. My uniform is soaked in blood. My scar has opened and is bleeding. Thump. Panting. My breathing is out of control. A chill runs through my back and my spine painfully feels like it's going to burst open. Throb. Thump. Throb. Thump. Tap. In between my heartbeats I hear a sound. Ah. Someone is coming. From the far end of the hallway walking towards me. Tap. The sounds of footsteps. There's something not right. This isn't the wild beating of my heart which comes from my body sensing danger like before. Am I dead? I think I'm dead. A headache runs through my head. This pain, this sense of danger is directed against me. I feel that shadowy figure is something I, Tonoshiki, must not meet. I breathe harder. Not even able to breathe properly, I take off my glasses. My knife is in my pocket. The figure draws closer. The moonlight seems to suggest it's a male. The point indicating death pulsates in the center of his body like a heart. All around his body are numerous lines of death covered like wires for a machine. My breathing stops. There's something wrong with my head. I don't know this figure. Even though I don't know, I can't help but feel like it resembles someone. Tap tap. He approaches. I'll be able to see his face soon. Who does he resemble? Who does he resemble? Who does he resemble? Who does he resemble? Who am I forgetting? Oh man. There he is. Bloodshot eyes. Look at him. The death all over his body. He ain't in bandages anymore. Definitely, as the route has continued, progress has been made. The death all over his body. An alien stillness as if the very air around us was frozen. There's no mistaking it. He isn't human. He draws even closer. He heads straight in my direction, looking solely at me, smiling wordlessly. I ready my knife. The blade pops forth. He continues walking. There's no time to think or hesitate. Under the white moon, as if in slow motion, I ready my knife. He doesn't stop. Slowly, as if time stopped only for me, he easily reaches out and takes my knife, holding it upside down. Oh my god. Wait, what? Suddenly bandaged again. What? My body doesn't move. Shiki. Being able to see death isn't just your privilege. Saying that, he moves his arm. Throb. A chill runs through me again. My brain freezes. My body remembers the same pain from before. Ah, the sound of slashed flesh. My knife he stole is now plunged deeply. God damn it, alright. My body collapses. All my strength drains as I crumble to the floor. Fluttering, a white sheet falls. It's because I leaned on him when I fell. As I fell, my hand took the bandages wrapping his body. Oh, I see. You wish to see my face, Shiki? Saying that, he unfurls the bandages. There he is. Everything turns dark. His face. This face before me. I know it. It does resemble that. Because his face, it resembles the face of the bloody child before me on that hot summer day. I fall onto the ground, the knife still embedded in my chest. Strangely, there is no blood or even pain. My body just gets colder. My consciousness drifts away. My control over my body, everything starts to fade away. I did pay you back for killing me. He says this as he looks down at me. The face I see as I look up. I recognize him. Of course I recognize him. Yeah, why have I forgotten until now? When I was a kid, the other child me and Akiya played with at the mansion. Always we were together. When Akiya came to play, me and him were always there to welcome her. So why have I forgotten his name until now? Shiki. That's right, Shiki. It's really been a long time. Shiki smiles with satisfaction. Shiki, Akiya. Shiki, Akiya. Shiki. Those meaningless scribbles. That's ridiculous. Sorry, Shiki. You'll have to listen to my grudges just a little longer, so I just avoided the point of death slightly. It's not fatal, so you'll probably stay conscious for a bit. Don't fade away that easily. That easy. The unpleasant laugh and the terrible uneasiness I felt when I faced Nero. In the midst of my fading consciousness, I realized something. He is Arcueid's enemy. Well then, shall I take that knife? Someone like you who's about to disappear won't need it. He reaches for the knife stuck in my chest. He grips the handle. The moment he takes it out will be my death. But I can't do anything. I can't move even to close my eyes. Gah! He flies. Suddenly, Shiki flies back as if he was struck by a car. At the same time, a black-robed figure appears. It's my fucking girl. Let's go, Xiao. Even though this is the 3rd floor, she crashes through the glass window and makes a flashy appearance. After flying back many meters, Shiki stands up slowly and stares at me lying on the floor, and Xiao-senpai protecting me. Bitch, interfering once and now twice. Senpai only stares back wordlessly at Shiki. He lowers himself as if to attack Senpai. And then, as if realizing something, Shiki suddenly begins to laugh. I see, that's how it is, woman. I can't believe it, but that's how it is. Interesting, this is the first time such a thing has happened in 800 years. If that is the case, then new things truly do await me. Shiki continues to laugh from the bottom of his heart. Senpai merely stares at the vampire in front of her. It's like he just realized. What is it? You have come to kill me, right? Or is it something else? Or is it that a cast-off shell cannot do anything on its own? Oh, cicada shell Shiki. Senpai doesn't respond. She looks away from the vampire and lifts me up. Oh, that imposter is more important than cutting off the cause behind you? But that's useless. He is beyond help. It's only payback for him living as Tonoshiki until now. No matter what, there's no healing someone whose lines of death are cut. Even that princess had to exchange her 800 years of time in order to regenerate. A human like him can't escape death. His voice is full of mocking laughter. Senpai doesn't say anything in response. In the end, without a single word, as she holds me, she goes through the glass window and jumps outside. Wait, what? She seems to treat the height as if it were nothing. With a light step, she lands on the ground and runs from the school without even looking back. Wait, what? Through it all, I look only at the school building with empty eyes. Oh, I see. She's taking us. The third floor hallway I was in until just now. I blankly look at the vampire with the long black hair as he victoriously watches us leave. Damn. Well, that was a familiar scene. My gosh. The World of the Moon, day 12. God, that day went by so fast. We must be fast approaching the end. Still holding me, Senpai heads straight for my mansion. I don't know what she's planning, but this can't be good. With the knife still embedded in my chest, there's no mistake that my death is near. If Akiya sees me like this, it won't just be a matter of her worrying. Damn it, I can't speak. I want to tell her to cut it out, but I can only gasp for air. Please be quiet, Tono-kun. It is okay. I am sure your sister can help. Wait, what? She can? Help? That's impossible, Senpai. I'm stabbed in the chest and I can't even move. There isn't anyone who can help a person about to die like this. No, it's possible. Otherwise it would not make any sense. Look, if your sister couldn't help you, you would have died 8 years ago. Wait, what? That's why I know we can still make it. Her words, they have so many U's in them I can hardly understand. Huh. So Akiha kept us alive back then? Senpai, what do you... Please, just please be quiet already. If you speak any more, we may not even be able to help you. She gives an unbelievably serious, angry face. I feel terrible, so I close my eyes. Well, anyways, it's beginning to get hard. Staying up. So, Shiki whited out. I was always an outsider to my family. From an early age, I always thought that. From the time I was adopted from the Tono family to the Arima family. No, actually, long before that, I was an outsider to my family. Ooh, yep. I never even wondered why. Before I realized it, I was alone. There were people around me acting like my parents, so I tried hard to act like their child. I think the house with the old tatami room was my first house. From there, after some incident, I was taken to a large Western-style mansion. There was a brother and a sister around my same age, and we became good friends, I think. But there was always a wall between their father and me. But still, we tried hard to be like a real family. Even if we weren't related by blood, we tried to believe we were a family. But that ended abruptly. After a large accident, I was taken to a hospital. No one came to see me, and my eyes became abnormal. Until then, I was alone, and in the end, I was alone. Right, okay. I thought maybe I should just disappear like that. Until I met that sorceress who is as beautiful as the clear blue sky overhead. A nostalgic dream. I'm alive? I speak aimlessly. I don't seem to be able to lift a finger, but at least I can speak clearly. My mind is clear enough to grasp that this is my own room. Nissan, are you awake? Akiya, you're there. Akiya is standing by the bedside, apparently having to take care of me. Akiya, you... I look at Akiya not knowing what happened. She looks away uneasily. This wound is... I can't say Shiki did it. In the first place, how did she react when I arrived with this wound? I would think usually you'd send someone with a knife in their chest to the hospital. Akiya,
It's okay. I heard most of the circumstances from that person.
That person? You mean Senpai? Still looking down, Akiya nods. I'm more confused. What exactly did Senpai tell Akiya by most of the circumstances? Humph. This isn't good. Not knowing what Senpai told her, I can't ask her something wrong. Akiya, where's Senpai?
If you mean that person, she is resting in the sitting room.
Oh, she's still here.
Normally, I would not let such a person stay in the house, but she has helped you. So I can't treat her poorly.
As she speaks, her expression turns more severe.
Nissan, the wound in your chest was caused by Shiki, right?
Whoa! Okay. Directly, Akiya cuts to the heart of the matter. Akiya, you...
Didn't I say so earlier? I heard most of the circumstances from that person. Although I would have understood the situation if I looked at you.
My words stick in my throat. Akiya sounds as if she knew about Shiki from the beginning. Akiya, you... about Shiki?
Yes, I know. From the very beginning, I was aware of everything and called you back to the mansion.
So she's known. Okay. I suddenly get assailed by dizziness like I just got hit in the head with a hammer. Wait a minute. What do you mean you were aware of everything? I don't honestly know what's going on. Certainly there was another kid with me and you back then, but when I asked you, you said there wasn't a third child.
I'm sorry. All I have ever done is lie to you. Even about this, I knew it would turn out like this, but I lied to you all this time and deceived you.
Deceived? Then there was the third kid? But why did he disappear suddenly? Yeah, I really can't remember. A third kid, I remember always playing with another boy my age. Akiya sometimes would sneak away when her father wasn't looking and come play with us. But how come I don't remember? Things like why he disappeared. Or like how his name Shiki was the same as mine. Yeah, everything I've clearly forgotten.
I don't know. The only thing I remember is that
the scene I saw in the courtyard. Since I came back, oh, this is him, okay. Since I came back, it's only that hot summer day which floats in the back of my mind like a daydream. Akiya's there, I'm there, and before me is the bloody corpse of another boy. Yes, Shiki did say so. I paid you back for killing me, he said. So that means that dream, I really killed him? Is that why he suddenly disappeared and I conveniently forgot all those bad memories? Akiya,
No, you're mistaken. You did not kill anyone. Tono Makihisa, our father, commanded you to think that way.
My old man did? I don't understand even more. Why would my old man command me to do something like that? Akiya, you said you were aware of everything when you called me back. What do you mean? You know about 8 years ago, about Shiki, about everything?
Yes. I didn't want you to remember about Shiki, Nissan. If possible, I wanted you to forget about it forever. But it's all over. From the beginning, it was impossible to hide it.
Saying that, she gives a self-derisive smile. She looks at me in the eye and starts speaking again. This is so good. I'm so glad this is happening. I can't believe this happens in the first route. That's... wow.
Nissan.
Dude, and with Akiya route being next, I'm very looking forward to it.
That person told you about the Tono blood being special, right? You may not believe it, but there is non-human blood in the Tono ancestry. At least that is what father has told me since I was young. Of course, I did not believe it at first, but something happened to make me believe it. That incident was when you were killed by Shiki 8 years ago.
Killed? Me? By Shiki? Akiya nods wordlessly. But that's strange. That's the exact opposite. Shiki was the one lying bloody on the ground, and didn't he say I paid you back for killing me?
As the people in the Tono family grow older, the inhuman blood in us increases.
Ah.
This blood isn't anything good. I think the type of blood mixed with the Tono family greatly increases one's instincts and makes me think it's just the blood of a beast. If you call the human part reason, the instincts of the non-human blood overpower reason.
Akiya, that's...
I know you can't believe it because it's so sudden, so please be quiet for now.
No, I know someone exactly like that. Even now, if I could move freely and avoid Shiki, I'd fly out of here and look for her.
However, the end comes for members of the Tono family as they grow older. There has not been an instance of inversion as a child like Shiki did. The blood in the Tono family varies from individual to individual. There are those whose appearance will not change and those whose appearance will. Shiki was a typical case of the latter.
The latter, his appearance changed?
Yes, I do not understand why he went crazy at such a young age, but he inverted without any warning. When that happened, he attacked you, Nissan.
Shiki attacked me? Throb. The old wound on my chest aches.
It happened in that courtyard. You were stabbed in the chest and were on the verge of death when Father came and stopped Shiki. To stop Shiki, who has lost his mind, you can only kill him. It is the duty of the head of the Tono household to deal with members of the family who have inverted. So, the bloody Shiki you saw was probably the result of Father dealing with him.
I can't remember. There was something else. I feel like there was something more important that I can't remember. Right, so the scene he keeps seeing is just right after Papa Tono killed Shiki, right? Because before I was like, oh, maybe it's... You kind of swap places with Shiki after he stabbed our Shiki before that happened, but... Potato, potato. I just, So that's what it actually is.
Afterwards, you miraculously recovered. And as you remember, you were taken to the hospital and told you were in a big accident. For that reason, I was then raised to be successor of the Tono family, even though I was the second child. Once inverted, Shiki could no longer be the successor, so the only other remaining blood relative had to be chosen.
I see. That's why Akiya had to take such a heavy burden of becoming the successor, huh? Akiya, that's weird. You said it was Shiki that inverted, right? Then I'm not normal? I don't think I've seen that Akiya sprite before.
I'm surprised. Nissan, you believe all of this?
Hey now, it's not like you'd lie like this. Well, I'm used to this kind of talk. But more importantly, I'm asking you if this is a bit strange, Akiya.
I suppose you are right. But Nissan, there's nothing wrong with the story, so can we not discuss it any further?
No, Akiya. Sorry, but finding out about Shiki is important to me. He is both my and her mutual enemy, so I can't just ignore him. So I have to know the truth. I can't have any traces of doubt left. Why he is alive if the old man killed him, why... I forgot something so important. Please, tell me, Akiya.
It is simple. You had a reason you could not succeed the Tono family. You really even forgot that, didn't you, Nissan? I wish that illusion continued forever.
Akiya?
Nissan, you are not part of the Tono family. Because of a whim of Father's, he adopted you just because you had the same name of his son, Shiki.
Eh?
You and I and Shiki. We were raised as true siblings. You were really good friends with Shiki, almost enough to make my childish heart feel jealous. But after what happened to Shiki, everything went wrong. Shiki was taken care of secretly, but the eldest son of the Tono household could not be killed. The Tono family has important standing in society, doesn't it? So, they could not tell society that the heir to the family suddenly just disappeared. And Father had an idea. To treat Nissan, who was almost killed by Shiki, as Tono Shiki, and to let Shiki be the adopted son who died in an accident. In other words, you traded places with Shiki. The one killed remained alive, and the one who killed died.
I think we heard that exact quote earlier in the route, like a part or two ago.
That is your relationship with Shiki. Ha. Ha.
And what is this? I'm not your brother, I'm not even a member of the Tono family. Of course, not a member of the Arima family either. Then where am I from? That's the question. Who is Shiki? I don't know. Because apparently, thinking about little boy Shiki from the end of the CL route, like I kind of took it as like, kind of the essence of himself that he lost before he was just like became a shell and it was just filled with being Shiki's replacement. You know what I'm saying? But what was originally, what was he? Like, I feel like that's still important. It could be, he could have just been from any family, but still, for him to like play to be a playmate of the Tono family, that's kind of significant, right? So what's the deal there?
I'm sorry, no one can answer that now.
Of course.
Nissan, the child named Shiki is gone. The child named Shiki died 8 years ago. Not in terms of living, but in terms of existence. Name, a past, family, even memories, none of these remain anywhere.
That's true, like, it's like the old him died. Whatever his true family name is, whatever's past, his family, memories, nothing. That's essentially death.
You traded places with Tonoshiki 8 years ago. Father disposed of everything. Huh. That is why you were adopted by the Arima family. To maintain appearances, the eldest son of the Tono family must still be alive. However, since you are not related by blood, you cannot be the heir. Reasoning that your body was weakened by the accident, you were given to the care of the Arima family. He commanded me not to let you near the mansion again.
Akia's voice is trembling. She looks down, acting like she's resisting something. I know she must feel terribly guilty, but I don't intend to blame her. It might make me feel better that she feels that way, but there's something I still have to ask right now. No, there are still 2 things I need to clear up. Please keep talking, Akia. There's some things I still don't get all the way.
Nissan?
First, I understand I'm not a member of the Tono family, but that raises another question. You said the members of the Tono family are special. But the truth is, I also have something strange. Yeah, exactly. Senpai said it was because I was a member of the Tono family, so I was convinced. But I'm not a member of the Tono family, right? Then what does it all mean? Good question, Shiki. Good fucking question. I don't know why you have the mystic eyes of death perception other than that you were in a near-death accident. I don't know what made you, like, predisposed to that into these rainbow class, highest class mystic eyes that occur like once every fucking who knows how long. Because apparently Ryogi and Tonoshiki their stories aren't within the same like universe, right? Like it's all this universe but like a different story. So like here Tonoshiki has the mystic eyes and depth perception, and then Kara no Kyokai Ryogi Shiki has her mystic eyes and depth perception, but not at the same time, right? So it's like, why does Shiki have them? Like I get Ryogi, but why Shiki? I don't know.
I do not know. Certainly father did not seem the type to just adopt someone on whim. There may be some reason to why he adopted you, Nissan.
I see. Well, it doesn't really matter to me what family I'm from, so there's no need to worry about it, Akiha. And I always thought I was just lucky to be alive. It was a really fatal wound, wasn't it? Then I'm blessed enough just being alive. Yeah. And more than that, the problem is... And second, why is Shiki alive? Blair, I unconsciously let hostility slip into my stare as I look at her.
Nissan,
It's strange that he's still alive. Shiki lost to his Tono blood and did this inversion thing, didn't he? And he killed me and was struck down by the old man. Then he shouldn't be alive. There's really only one possibility. Just like I recovered, he must have recovered. Well, maybe my old man didn't kill him. After all, no matter how insane he was, it was still his son. So maybe he didn't kill him and hid him from the eyes of everyone else. Just like how I was sent to the hospital. Akiya doesn't answer. It seems I wasn't off the mark. I see. The old man probably intended to call him back to the mansion when Shiki regained his sanity. That isn't true, but she can't say it. She only silently looks downwards. It's okay. It isn't your fault or the old man's. Of course not Shiki's either. It really all just sort of happened. That's the thing, right? It just sucks that this happened. Like, fucking Roa. Roa as Ciel just picking this prominent family and then all this shit occurring. It was just bad luck that some insane guy from overseas entered Shiki, pretty much. You said everything went crazy, but that's all that happened. Akiya doesn't respond. I'm a little tired. To be honest, I didn't want to know anything about myself. Okay, so this is, that's an interesting thing, because I'm like, yeah. Because before I was like, okay, the shared life force thing, I know that's going to be, like, kind of explored more in the further routes, the far routes, but also that him not fully killing Shiki, because we know that he kept him, like, locked up somewhere, right? We know that he did that, so it would make sense to keep his corpse locked up, right? Like he's just been there. So he couldn't, so he didn't kill his son. Huh. There you go. I mean, that makes way more sense to, like, why he had him, like, chained up and he was just there. So yeah, there you go. To be honest, I didn't want to know anything about myself. More than that, I have to find Arcuit right now. Yeah, and that's the thing too, like, I don't think it's really important, even to Shiki, like, to know who he was. Like, yeah, that's a big deal, because of course he wonders, like, who am I really? But so whatever route it is, like, the bond he forms, whether it's Ciel, whether it's Arc or Akiya, that's like, and the things he has to deal with now are, like, way more important, man. And the result of that, and whatever happiness he feels and whatever fulfillment and where he ends up, I feel like it's definitely more important than in any of the routes where he doesn't learn the truth of who he is. Of course, that's still painful. That's still a loose end. Like, even in Ciel's ending, of course, there's a lot of, like, in True End, of course, Arc, she just goes away, and, you know, that's a sad thing. Of course, Kohaku was still super violated by Shiki in both Ciel's ends. It's like, not everyone can win and not everyone can learn everything, but I guess we just gotta see what happens. Akiya, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna sleep, so could you please leave? Yes, if you say so, Nissan. Akiya heads towards the door. Akiya, there's still one thing left to ask, so I call after her. What is it, Nissan? Yeah, why did you call me back here? I'm not even your real brother. Please don't say such foolish things. You are my only Nissan. Now and back then, even if you got from when we were little to Tono Akiya, you are my only Nissan, Shiki. That's sweet. The door clicks shut as Akiya exits my room. After she's gone, I finally realize my situation. It's just past 10. It's been 3 hours since Roa attacked me at school. I still can't move at all. I feel like my body is a remote control robot. My mind's working and I don't even feel any pain, but I can't move my arms or legs. I take a deep breath to calm down. I can't move because I'm trying to move large things like my arms or legs. First, I'll start small, like the little finger on my right hand. I concentrate on trying to move it. Gah! I focus all the power in my body to my little finger. My whole body starts to break out in a sweat. After a few minutes, I finally move my little finger. It's just my little finger, but it gets the momentum going. As if forcing my nerves to remember the sense of movement, I go from my ring finger to my palm, to my elbow, to my arm, and to my shoulder, until I increase the parts of my body able to move. It's like Kill Bill. I start to pant. The more I can move, the more pain fills me. I see, I didn't feel pain because my whole body was numb. Restoring my nerves like this means pain returns at the same time. Sweat trickles from my forehead. Pain shoots through my body like countless blades. Swords. But if I can't move on my own, I won't be able to leave my room. Leave my room, go into town, go to school. I won't be able to find Arcuate. Dude, he's just sheer force of will. He is just forcing himself to move and to unnumb and to go out and... Oh, man. Resisting the urge to puke, I lift my upper body. It would take all my effort just to walk in this condition, but I don't care. In the first place, it's a miracle I'm alive after Roa stabbed me in the chest. If I wish for any more luck, karma would probably punish me. I look at the knife wound on my chest, and I don't see the point indicating death on my chest anywhere. Wait, what? I calm down slightly. Come to think of it, if he hit the point of death, I would have died instantly. Not even Nero's immortal monstrous body could escape it. So there's no way someone like me would walk away from it alive. Maybe what he sees is different? As I ponder this, a light knock... Okay. Shiki can't see his point of death. As Shiki thought, and presumably Roa Shiki stabs his point of death. Now, they are connected by life force. It is possible that our Shiki is purely sustained off of that shared life force between him and Shiki Roa. If that is the case, killing him means killing Shiki, no? Or it could be that what he sees is different, but... As I ponder this, a light knock sounds at my door and Senpai enters the room. Tono-kun, you were told to rest, so why are you up? Oh yeah, she's pissed. She forcefully walks towards my bed. For now, I wordlessly watch her. What is it, Tono-kun? Is there something on my face? No, you just aren't wearing your glasses. Yes, it is a pity. Yours and mine made such a good set together. Oh. As she smiles like this even now, I can't help but think Senpai will always be Senpai. Even though she's wearing those priestly robes that can fight evenly with Roa, she'll always be the Senpai I know. Thanks. You saved me once again. Yes, that makes it 3 times. I won't keep lending you a hand, so please be more careful. I see. Got it. I'll be prepared. Next time I'll be sure to get him before he gets me. After I say this, Senpai looks directly at me. Tono-kun, don't tell you have not learned from experience yet. Hey now, I'm the victim here. Why did I have to learn? He was the one who attacked me, so I can't do anything about it. That's true, but Tono-kun, you're certainly set on finishing this. I don't respond. I don't know if I'm set on finishing this like she says. It's just, I can't just sit around and do nothing right now. Senpai, I have a question if that's alright. No, but even if I said that, you wouldn't stop anyway. Alright, if that makes you calm down, it's a good price to pay. Then let's talk, shall we? Senpai sits in the chair Akiya was in earlier. I thought she'd try to stop me right away, but I don't know what she's thinking. Then I'll ask, that guy before was Roa, wasn't he? Yes, that is his host this time. The same Tono Shiki who plundered your life 8 years ago. You heard about that from Akiya-san? Yeah, I heard. Are you friends with her or something, Senpai? She seems to hate you, though. I don't know. I'm very curious, just going back a little, I'm very curious about Akiya's ability. How she saved Shiki just now. I look forward to learning more about that. But, are you friends with her or something, Senpai? She seems to hate you, though. Everyone hates Ciel, it sucks. Yes, I am hated. She despises my job of hunting heretics, and it seems she does not like me either. It seems to be a rather remarkable hatred. She amazingly says this all with a smile. Oh, Ciel. Oh, well, that's another matter. Back to Roa. Is Lara's at our school? I can't say exactly, but it seems like the school building is his lair. I think he has started to move on his own because Arcuate killed all of his dead. In other words, Arcuate hasn't found him yet. If so, then there's still a chance of me finding her. Tono-kun? Nothing. But why would he set up at my school? No, in the first place, he seems more like Shiki than Roa. Yeah. He didn't seem like a vampire at all.
Just what does it all mean? It doesn't mean anything other than the source of his character is Shiki. Of course, he doesn't act like a vampire.
Yeah, it's basically, it's Shiki, but with like Roa influence. Like he's not strictly controlled by Roa. It's like a mishmash of, but the base is Shiki. Hold on, Shiki is Roa's host, right? Then his personality is Roa's, so wouldn't he start acting less like a human?
No, not at all. Okay, Tono-kun. The body Roa reincarnated into is raised as a different person with a different character. Unless he matures as a human until Roa awakens, he will not be able to use his intelligence as Roa. But after Roa awoke within him, Roa's principles follow that of the host.
Then that guy is unmistakably Shiki and there's none of Roa's personality at all?
Yes. In a way, Roa doesn't exactly exist anymore.
Wow. So it's like zero of his personality.
What does exist is the conceptualization of Roa's desire for immortality.
Ah, so that's what it is, okay.
What's troublesome is the steady accumulation of wills, of history, of magical knowledge, all parts of this malicious conceptualization. For Roa, as long as he can continue his thesis on immortality, he doesn't care what else he does.
So, okay, even though it's not his personality manifested, the conceptualization of Roa's immortality, which consists of the accumulation of wills, history, his magical knowledge, and all parts of the malicious conceptualization. So yeah, that's still very troublesome, and you know why he's still assembling his dead and doing all this stuff.
Roa increases his dead, but it's really more like an instinct in a species to breed children.
Okay, there you go.
Shiki's true desire and what Roa really wants to do are completely different from each other.
So yeah, so Shiki's personal grudge against our Shiki, that's him. That's not to do with Roa. What Shiki really wants to do.
Yes, probably his desire to kill you is far greater than any consolation with Arcue.
What? I don't get at all what she's trying to say. Why would he want to kill me?
It's hard to say, but Shiki thinks you killed him.
What do you mean? I'm the one who was killed. He's got it all backwards.
But you are alive, Tono-kun, and Shiki was killed. In the end, you became Tono Shiki, did you not? After Shiki received judgment from the Tono family, he had a miraculous recovery just like yours.
Oh.
However, he didn't have his house to return to, because Tono Shiki was very much alive, living with his sister Akiya-san.
Right, yeah.
In a way, you killed Tono Shiki. You took away his only place to return to, being hidden away by Tono Makihisa while you lived in his place. You can only imagine how Shiki felt.
Yeah. Yep, it all makes sense. There you go. To Shiki, I'm just an imposter who is using the name Tono Shiki?
Yes, which is why Shiki hates you more than anything, Tono-kun.
There you go. So now I feel like we've got the whole scope of like what's going on beyond whatever secrets are out there. But as far as what we know, that's been like fully fleshed out now. As far as I can tell, I don't know. But I didn't do so because I wanted to. But I guess Shiki doesn't care about that. To him, I'm the hated imposter who stole everything away. The man who stole his home. Without any abatement, he lived and seethed in hatred these past 8 years. So of course he wants to kill me. But I was still the one killed, senpai.
Tono-kun?
Yeah, I had things stolen from me too. 8 years ago, I was 9 years old. Back then, the Shiki who lived up until that time disappeared without a trace. I can't recall my past too well. I don't have this urge to meet my true parents, but I can't even remember any treasured memories I may have had. Whoever Shiki had been, he is nowhere to be found. Tono-kun, you can't fight because of hatred. As if sensing the danger in my words, senpai warns me. I tell her not to be ridiculous as I shake my head. That's not it. I have to deal with Roa for a different reason.
You don't hate him?
I'd be lying if I said no, but it doesn't really matter. I just can't let him run loose by himself because if I do that, the princess would try too hard. That's why I have to help her. I promised her I'd help to the very end. In the end, it's about Shiki and Arc. We gotta get Arc. We gotta take down Roa. We gotta do the things. That's right. which is why I can't be resting here by myself. She's always going through so much pain, yet tries to act so cheerful in front of me. I just can't understand.
Oh, I just can't understand. Why do you support her so much? Arcuite is a vampire, isn't she different from you?
It's funny when when I hear Ciel say that, I can't help but feel like she's talking about herself too. Like in the same way, just that gap, like feeling like a monster, like being a vampire, like feeling you can't relate to humans anymore. That's, ooh boy, I don't care about that. All I know is I love her. That's enough reason for me to help her. Looking at Senpai's eyes, I speak directly. Senpai brings her hand to her mouth as if moved and blushes for some reason.
I see. You're saying you will help her to the very end, Tono-kun?
Yeah, I don't have time to waste. If Roa is at my school, I have to leave right away. Otherwise, Arcuite might try and fight Roa. If that happens, her safety isn't guaranteed. So I have to lend her a hand. I don't know how much use I can be, but it has to be better than Arcuite by herself. It is hopeless. Even if you were able to move fully, she isn't able to match Roa in her present state. Not able to match him? How do you know about that, Senpai?
A simple calculation. She is already suppressing the urge to drink blood which she fell victim to before. This reduces her power so much she couldn't even stand up to a half-powered Roa. Your power is less than half of Roa's, so you can't match him even if you work together.
Damn. But if you help...
In the first place, she is very close to death. Her power is weak and she's using that to suppress the impulse within herself. It would be like us moving around after having our lungs smashed.
What do you mean? Close to death? Why? Certainly she was in pain, but she didn't look close to death at all.
Of course, that is all because she is resisting the urge to drink blood. It would be easier if she drank it, but I don't think she would ever do that, so as long as she pursues Roa in her present state, she is racing towards death.
That's just ridiculous. I stand up from my bed. I fall to the floor instantly. Great. Without even catching myself like a piece of trash hitting the carpet. How weak. Arcuite is in such a desperate situation, but I'm so weak I can't even walk.
Please don't force yourself, Tono-kun. Even though you are not wounded, your energy is practically all gone. It's probably Roa's host, Shiki's ability. Just being stabbed by a knife shaved some of your life away.
Damn. So I may have been misremembering. Yeah, I don't... Like, as far, like, yeah, he must have not hit Shiki's point then, because he still would have been, like, annihilated, right? Like, I don't think it's a Horcrux situation where a piece of the soul lives on, so even if I'm killed, I can't be killed type stuff. Because when it comes to Mystic Eyes of Death Perception, your existence is just, like, stopped. So, yeah.
My life? Think of it as your energy which allows you to live. It is infinite but inexhaustible. It is produced as long as one lives, but the amount able to be stored varies from individual to individual. So the amount of life that can be taken away from a body is limited. Before we use up all the energy we have accumulated, we draw more from the unlimited source. So if there was a way to steal all the accumulated energy in a single instant, the person wouldn't even have the minimal energy needed to draw in more energy from this unlimited source, and all life activity would cease.
I see. Life. Life which uses life. Then things use it to live?
That's true, you can't exactly call it death. It's more like a car that has no gasoline, it can't run.
Saying that, she helps me stand up and moves as if to tuck me into bed. Enough, I'm not going to lie down.
What are you saying when you can't even stand by yourself? If you don't want to lie down, then please stay like that.
She pushes me down and I forcefully sit on the bed. Haha. Just sitting up like this leaves me out of breath. Shit. In this state, I can't make it to school. Even if I was able to see Arcuite, I'll just be a burden on her like this.
You don't have to fight anymore, Tono-kun. It will all be settled in a matter of a few days.
Dude, this is... I know what this is. Is this a really long, bad ending? What the fuck? Settled, what do you...
Because I have found the reincarnation of Roa, the Vatican, our headquarters has approved... has approved my request. Within 7 days, the burial agency, under the direct control of His Holiness the Pope, will arrive and put an end to Roa. In the end, it will mean just another continuation of the cycle, but this instance of Roa will be dealt with.
7 days? 7 days? No, I can't wait that long. Even now, Arcueid might be trying to settle things with Roa. Then it'll all be meaningless? I force strength back into my legs. Deceiving myself into ignoring my ragged breathing, I stand up from my bed. Senpai, my knife, where is it?
I have it, but do you think I will give it to you, Tono-kun?
No, but you shouldn't keep other people's things, Senpai. Isn't it common courtesy to hand back dropped things to their owners? After saying I'm right, Senpai rustles through her pockets and brings forth my knife. That thing has pockets?
Because this dagger is yours, I will return it. But you really intend on going back to the school, Tono-kun?
Yeah. Before Arcueid finds Roa, I have to kill him. If Shiki's objective is to get me, I can't escape a fight to the death anyway. So in order to protect Arcueid, I'll go kill Roa myself.
And your condition, I just don't understand. Please tell me why you're so into her. If you tell me, I won't stop you.
Senpai asks me the same thing as before. Her look is calm and sincere. She really does want to know. Why I want to help her? Because I like her? Or because being with her was fun? Yeah, those are really important too. But it's deeper than that. There's something I can't let go. Because she's by herself. I can't just leave her alone. I think that's why.
That's a lie. You can't risk your life because of that. Please answer seriously, Tono-kun. I can't understand that kind of reason.
Can't you? No, it really is my reason. Until now, she's been alone. She never knew what it was like to have fun. Always, almost foolishly isolated. Isn't it too lonely? I won't allow such a meaningless life. So I just want her to know that there's so many things to do in this world, and although most of it is useless and meaningless, knowing those is part of the fun of being alive. Such things even a child knows. I just wanted to tell her. Even though she smiles like she's enjoying herself immensely, I wanted to show her anyone can have that. I wanted to show her over and over this world has more, even more enjoyable things, enough to make any hardship seem like nothing. To be able to feel all the normal things as something normal. I wanted to make her happy. So she can truly smile all the time. Because I like Arcueid's smile. I do too. Everyone likes her smile. Isn't that right? As much as she hasn't been saved until now, I want to make her so many more times happier. I have to at least balance it out. In the first place, it's so simple to end her Yes. End her solitude. Yeah, it's very simple. Just speak with someone and do what you want to do. And I know anyone can do it. Someone else can make her happy. So certainly with my body in this pitiful state, there's no need for me to act this desperately. Someone else could just make her not solitary. I know that. I know, but it's not all logic. But I can't. I can't let someone else do it, and I can't part with her like this. As if it could be anyone but Shiki. For me, there's no one else besides her, exactly. And for her, no one besides you, dude. Because Arcueid is the only one in this world I want to make happy. There it is. I love Arcueid. I love her as a man. I love everything about her. But more than that, I want to make her happy with my own hands. For that, it doesn't matter what happens to my life. I don't want her to die like this. Right now, that's all there is, Senpai. Yeah, that's all. She's more precious to me than my own life right now.
Please don't say such stupid things. No one else can do that. It seems you're the only one in this world who can even say that.
Senpai shrugs her arms after a big sigh. Senpai.
It makes me a little angry. She is happy enough already.
Oh. As if she is giving up something, Senpai speaks with a gentle voice. And then I hear the rustle of tree branches from outside the window. That conversation was bittersweet. Sweet to hear Shiki just put into words in his thoughts and in his words to Ciel why he wants to save her, like why he loves her. That's fantastic. But then in my mind, I'm relating that to Ciel, and I'm like, oh, Ciel, don't worry. In another world, you are very loved. You still are.
Oh, you don't need to be surprised. She was just leaving. I felt something out of place before.
Oh.
I felt something out of place before, so I guess it was that after all.
Senpai casts a glance out the window. Don't tell me.
Isn't like her to put a higher priority on you than Roa. Well, if she gave more priority to Roa after such a speech, she deserves some divine punishment.
It's Arc. Eh? Then that means Arcuede was outside my window until just now? Why would Arcuede come to my room, Senpai?
She came to check up on you because she was worried after Roa attacked you. She must have heard what we were talking about and left for Roa.
In other words, she went to settle things with Roa? What, she went? Why?
Of course. After hearing something like that, even I would have done the same thing. Yeah, I'm envious, but I pity her just as much.
Yeah, that was the thing too. He's like, I'm angry because she's happy enough, but now it's come to this, and now Shiki. I wonder if Ciel's gonna help. Maybe not, but how come
you want to help her, but she doesn't want you to get involved? So there's only one answer, right?
Senpai acts calm as if she knew this would happen.
So now you can give up, right, Tono-kun? No matter how hard you try, you can't catch up to her. So leave the rest to me and rest
like hell. I wildly grab onto Senpai's collar. Just that makes me dizzy, but I don't care. You asked me knowing this would happen, Senpai?
No, I didn't know you saw her that way. Certainly this was a mistake on my own part.
But her expression doesn't change. She looks down at me gently as I clutch her collar. Doing this accomplishes nothing. Arcuede is already gone. What I should be doing isn't blaming Senpai. I'm going after her. Take me there.
Do you think I'll follow an order from a person in your condition?
Yeah, of course, I don't think so. If you don't listen to me, I'll... Whoa! Nasu, what the fuck? Her expression collapses. She casts a look as if staring directly into my heart. But now I can't back down. And then Senpai gives yet another sigh.
Your proposition is intriguing, but I'll pass.
Wait, what?
It was my mistake.
God damn it, Nasu.
It was my mistake and I've gone this far already. I'll stay with you till the last stop.
Your proposition is intriguing. What the fuck, man? I was like incredulous. I was like, what the fuck? She pulls back from my hands and steps over next to me. I'm like, did I miss something?
I will take you there, so please be quiet.
Eh? I don't have time to be surprised. Giving a slight heave, she picks me up. Now, of course, you know, Ciel being jealous of Arc, being envious of Arc in the situation, of course, you know, feeling she could, you know, fall for Shiki, I'm sure. But the fact that she's like, your proposition is intriguing, but I'll pass. Jesus Christ. Vakia-san sees us.
She would try to stop us, so shall we use the same method as she did?
Eh? A light footstep and we fly out the window as Senpai holds me. We arrive at school. Even though she was carrying me, Senpai isn't even out of breath, and she ran as swiftly as if she was sprinting by herself.
Tono-kun, can you walk?
Barely. We're going to kill Roa, so we can't go in like this.
That's true. Then please walk on your own from here.
Senpai lowers me to the ground. The school is eerily quiet. Once we go inside, all that's left is a fight to the death. I take off my glasses after a deep breath. My head starts to pound. In addition to not being able to move myself fully, I feel really sick.
This isn't good.
Senpai looks up at the night sky with a serious expression. A full moon. The radiant moonlight illuminates the school grounds. What isn't good?
Yes, the true ancestors are said to be originally from the moon, so they gain much strength from the moon.
Ah, I don't think I heard that before. Said to be originally from the moon, so there's the affinity there, Moon Princess.
This is the same for Roa, as a dead apostle under the true ancestors, so he is practically immortal tonight.
With my current equipment, I may not be able to fully kill him. Also, yeah, that makes total sense as far as vampires reaching their strength at night. The true ancestors being the closest to that, said to be originally from the moon, and I guess dead apostles being I guess the further down the hierarchy you are, it's less so. But you know, him being created directly from Ark, and you know, after all this time, pretty crazy.
With my current equipment, I may not be able to fully kill him. She grits her teeth.
Practically immortal. But that doesn't mean a thing to me. If I can get close, even if in the next instant I'll be stabbed in the chest once more, if I can get close, I can pierce his death. It's very bright tonight.
It will be difficult to conceal ourselves in darkness. I'm rather fond of moonlit nights, but it's a little different tonight.
Senpai sighs. The pale shining moonlight in the frigid night air. I can even see the lines of death growing.
Really?
I don't like moonlit nights.
Tono-kun?
Creak. My brain creaks. Rather than in sunshine, I can unpleasantly see everything clearly in the weak moonlight. I like the strong sunshine that erases everything, or a real darkness. Wow. Creak. Not pain, but my brain actually does start creaking. Man, it seems like I'll go especially crazy tonight. Everything seems to die easily. It's like I'm in the deserts of the moon. But with this, there's no way I'll miss Roa's death either. I put my glasses back on. Gripping my knife, I walk towards the school building. Pass through the front entrance. Even walking normally is difficult. The distance to the school building seems incredibly long.
Tono-kun, we'll split up here.
I love that Sio's helping. I love that now it's like... Senpai says this suddenly.
From here on, please go ahead by yourself. I will be doing something else.
Okay, alright. Something else? Senpai, you're going to do something?
Now look, even my goal is to deal with Roa. It seems this Roa is stronger than his previous host, so I can't face him directly. When you and Arguate are killed by Roa, I will use that opening to dispose of him.
Oh my god, that is... At least you're being honest about your plan here, Sio, but... I guess she won't be actively helping Ark and Shiki as they fight, but I don't know if she can just let Shiki die. Even in this route, I don't know. Maybe so, because, you know, there's no, like... Anyway. God, I can't believe I thought it was her that said, you know, the rape line earlier. I thought it was her at first. That's why, like when she said interesting proposition, I was like, I had to scroll back. I was like, wait, what? Oh, God. So Shiki said that. Still super fucked up for him to say that, obviously. Again, what the fuck, Nasu? And for her to be like... I'm still tripping over that, man. That just... It's wild. You really seem serious, Senpai.
Yes, that was the last time I'm letting personal circumstance enter my work. You're fighting for her, aren't you, Tono-kun? Like that, I also have my reasons. So from now on, I cannot help you.
Ah, there you go. Right as I was saying that I'm glad she's helping. But I guess she did this much. Now it's up to Shiki and Ark. So we'll see, man. Of course we know Ciel's reasons, but oh yeah, thanks, senpai. Since this might be goodbye, let me say I liked you, senpai. It was fun spending time with you and Narihiko talking about stupid things.
Yes, it was like a dream for me too.
I love you, Ciel. Senpai disappears towards the building like a black shadow. Well, time to go. I push my body, which hurts every time I move, and I run into the school building.